Hi, how's it going?
Doing well. How can I help?
I'm here to see, I'm here for a couple of reasons, but I'm here to see the boss of the records department.
Okay. Okay. Your name?
Abel. And I'm also here to see the internal affairs investigation officer
Okay.
and to make a public records request. A 7th one.
Okay.
I haven't received not one of them, by the way. I also need to speak to the chief.
Okay. Getting the sergeant as well as the boss of records.
Right.
So that's I'm just waiting for them to come.
Right. I also asked for the chief.
That you have to make an appointment.
Oh, I've already tried several times. What, is he not in the building?
That will be with the, you have to make an appointment with the
Well, let's
assistant.
get him on the phone. Let's make the appointment right now for right now. You know, the chief needs to make himself available to the public that pays for his salary. 5 times I've asked for this, Chief. 5 times.
Okay, I can take your information down so we can send her a message to get that scheduled.
Is the chief of police here?
You still have to have a meeting scheduled. We will have to do that so we can take your information down to get an appointment for you.
I hear what you're saying. I've tried that already 5 times.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try this. Let's get him on the phone and have him come down here. Let's try that. Also, I need to make a public records request as well. No care in the world for the public.
Okay, have a seat.
Who is she? She the boss? She's the supervisor?
The supervisor.
Okay.
So we're waiting for a call back. Just give us a moment.
Let me speak to the supervisor for a second, if you don't mind. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. I think we've spoken several times.
Yeah, we've spoken before. I know what the situation is.
Yeah.
Just waiting for someone to call me back.
Got it. Now, I just want to give you a quick rundown because your boss, right? The lady sitting on top, what's her name?
You talking about Miss Powell?
No, it starts with an R, right?
Have anyone with an R?
Oh,
Barbara Powell?
maybe.
Okay.
I could have had it wrong.
Okay.
She's very rude. Doesn't have your personality, your good attitude. So I'm quite offended by this lady, to say the least. Now, on top of that, I try to explain it to her. I don't see how she's the boss of any sort of records department, not understanding the laws behind FOIA requests for citizens, right? So you guys are not only in violation, but in violation times 7, right? I've requested about 8 records requests, and not one has been fulfilled.
What about the ones that I did for you?
Not one has been fulfilled. The only record
Remember the ones that me and you did together?
I've not received anything. The only thing that I received originally was before any complaints were made or anything. Is this your boss over here? Okay. Before any complaints were made or anything like that, was the body cam footage, and I didn't even get it in its entirety. I didn't even get the records request fulfilled in its entirety, right? My attorney got what he got, and I got what I got, and I wasn't an idiot, you know what I mean? Before I opened the internal affairs investigation and all that, I requested all the info that I needed.
Okay.
And I never got it, right? So I got bits and pieces of the body cam. I didn't get absolutely any of the officer's information, anything that I asked for. And then I asked for it times 6 times. Never got anything, right?
Do you have the request numbers?
I have it. It's all, every time I come here, I record it, right? So yes, the answer is yes. The most recent one I have, which is the one that you guys also are saying that is denied, I guess, or not denied, on hold for what you guys said was an internal affairs investigation, which has been over. It's been over. I met with the internal affairs investigation here about 2 weeks ago. I came personally. And I told him what you guys had said. You knew what he says? He says, no, that's ridiculous.
So, okay, how about this? Let me look at the request.
That's what you said last time, remember?
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
I
I remember us going through it. I remember me printing out some reports for you as well.
Oh, yeah. And there wasn't all of them. It was only like 3 requests that you were able to find.
So do you want me to go look at the other requests that you have in QA?
I need absolutely everything. It's not going to go away. I mean, the lawsuits are just piling. You know what I mean? At this point, you guys are in violation. Their lawsuits are big, substantial.
So let me at least let me look at it just to see what's going on.
Yeah, like, why are you guys hiding it?
No, I don't think anyone's hiding anything.
Well, even the internal affairs investigation. I know there's nothing towards you. I mean, what do you got? You know, I mean, why you got to hide it? You
right.
know, unless you're married to one of these guys.
No.
You know what I mean? But if you're not, then I don't see. You know, even if you were, you couldn't hide it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to get it regardless. So this is information, internal information about these people that I should have got regardless.
So, question: when you spoke to IA, what did they tell you?
They said that they concluded their investigation, and that's number one. And then number two, that even while their investigation was ongoing, that they never put a hold on any information other than the body cam. Okay, footage, which I had bits and pieces of already. You see what I'm saying? But none of the other requests that I made, none of that information was held in any way by the internal affairs investigator. Nothing. That's why he says it's ridiculous. There was never any hold. They should have given me the information, but I haven't received not one bit of information. And you still, to this day, are saying that the internal affairs investigation is still ongoing when it's over. It's been over.
Who did you speak to and they told you that?
The lead investigator.
Okay. Well, let me go.
And if you call him, he answers right away. I want to speak to him as well because he's supposed to give me all his findings, and that's another records request.
Okay, and
Number 9.
Do you know who that is?
I do. I have it. You know, he's the tall black gentleman with glasses. I'm sure you got a lot of them, but he's the internal affairs guy. Real nice guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know how many nice people you got here, but that's one of the only ones I've seen so far.
Okay, so let me see if I can get in contact with him.
Oh, he answers. The last time he ran over here.
Okay, let me try to get in contact with him, and then that way, I could help you a little bit better.
Yeah, and where's this lady with this bad attitude? You know, the boss that sits up top. I've never spoken to you, sir. Blah blah blah. I don't know what she's. I record everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Disgusting. She said she was going to get back to me. Guess what? I just came from a 3-hour drive and came straight here. Straight here.
Well, I apologize for that, but anytime me and you deal with each other, I always try to help you.
I haven't had an issue.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna look into it. Let me see what's available for you, and if it's something that I can give you, I'll give it to you.
Perfect.
And then, like I said, I'll speak to him also, and then let him know that you're here, and go from there.
And he said he was going to have a packet for me. You know what I mean? Basically, he knows I'm coming.
He knew you were coming today?
No, he knew I was coming because he had to do some letter and had it signed off in order to release the stuff to me and make sure that the bosses are happy, whatever.
Okay.
So that was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You know, here I am. I gave you plenty of time. You know what I mean? I haven't released anything to the media. I haven't sued you guys. I haven't done anything. I'm waiting for all the information to make it public. That's what I'm here for. But I have no information.
Okay. All right. Well, this is Barbara Power. You can speak with her.
Okay. How you doing? I'm doing fantastic. I can barely hear you though. Yeah.
Okay. How can I help you?
Yeah, so you and I spoke today.
Right.
Right? You said you were going to call me back. You never did. I called
Still
you.
working on your request.
Called you 3 times. I guess you're screening my calls. I left you a voice message. Never got anything. So I
This is today?
Yeah, this is today.
Okay, I spoke with you once. You were
Yeah.
transferred to Assistant Chief Bonfair. Did you get him?
That's a no.
Did you leave him a message?
I left them a message. Yeah.
So you have to wait for him to
No,
respond.
I understand what you guys are, trying to do here, but it's not going to work with me.
What are you trying to do?
You guys are, I'm not going to get into that, okay? Because that's neither here nor there. You and I had a conversation. It wasn't pleasant for me.
It wasn't pleasant for me either.
Well, I mean, I don't know how it wasn't pleasant for you. I've been nothing but respectful.
And I've been respectful as well. At least I think so.
no.
And what I tried to explain to you.
I hear that you think you're being respectful, but you're not.
Okay, are you going to listen to me? So
Well, I
can
haven't
explain
finished.
what's going on?
Well, I have to ask you a question.
Okay, so what's the
Right.
question?
So the question is, so you concluded what's going on?
I'm reviewing it. I'm still reviewing it. But I have a lot of notes here that I've written down.
Okay, so
And
to
I
me it's
told
very
you that
simple,
I will
right?
call you as soon
Right,
as
I get it.
gather all the
Right,
information.
I get it. I hear what you're saying, right?
Okay.
You said you would call me back today. You didn't call me back today. I called you several
working
times.
on it.
I understand what you're saying. But here's the thing. I made requests. Your supervisor over there, she's very nice. She's made some for me personally.
Okay.
Okay? You can get her. We can all speak together here. We can have meetings of the mind, so to speak.
Okay.
All right? So all of these requests that I've made, I've documented absolutely everything.
Okay.
Every conversation, every interaction with
Excuse me 1 second.
this disgusting police department.
Yes, sorry.
No, it's okay. So nevertheless, I made this request, let's just call it 5 months ago. Roughly, let's just call it that, right? The first request, right? There's been like 7 or 8. Your
See, first of all, when I run your name, nothing comes back in your name. But when I run,
seems like you have a serious issue
I run
there.
Xenia, I have 3 requests. Who you said she was your fiance, right?
Yeah, no, that's not true.
I have
Okay.
3 requests here.
So let me clarify, okay? I've made requests, she's made requests, I've made more requests, and she's made more requests. No request has been fulfilled. None, 0. I've come here personally 7 times, 8 times. I've documented every single time. Your supervisor over there, as I mentioned, she's very nice, she has a very good attitude. She's taken from me, personally, probably 4 of them. And your attendants here, whatever you call them, I don't know, has taken probably 3 or 4 of them as well, okay? And not one has been fulfilled. Not one. Now, you and I both know, right, because you're the boss, that there's a FOIA request, which is what I'm doing, Freedom of Information Act, and there's a time limit. If you don't fulfill that, you're in violation, which is against the law. It's against the law. So how is there so many violations and so much neglect against the citizens of this city?
I don't know what you're referring to, but all I can tell you is what I found.
Which part?
I found 3.
But hold on 1 second. You said you don't know what I'm referring to. What do you mean?
You're going to need to talk to somebody higher up than me, okay?
Why?
My boss is not here. I'm here to provide the work. I'm not here to give you
Answers?
advice or...
No, I don't need advice from you. I'm asking you a
okay?
question as the boss, right? Why isn't that
Question is,
fulfilled?
I can answer question if it pertains to any report or any request.
That's what I'm asking you.
That is what I'm doing. I am telling you what I found.
Tell me what you found. Go
Your
ahead.
name in the system, I
ahead.
found absolutely nothing. Unless I'm not querying it correctly, I did not find any request in your name. What
Really?
I did find was request in your fiance's
Okay.
name.
Why don't we have your
3
supervisor?
requests.
Why don't we have your supervisor come over real quick?
What's that?
Your supervisor here.
Nicole, you got a minute?
Nicole, so she's saying you can hear me, right? I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
Hear you.
Okay, she's saying, this is quite funny and ridiculous. She's saying that she doesn't find any of my requests, my personal requests that I've made here in person, at all in the system. It does, even going back to the very first one where I sent you guys boxes of pizza for taking that super long request. You remember that, right? Your staff member over here, I think she was just here. She wrote out my long request. She wrote it out. She took her time. I was so happy and satisfied that I said, you know what, can I buy you guys lunch? And I bought you guys all lunch. I was happy. You know, that was, I believe, the very first one, if not the second one, made by me personally, correct? And then after that, there's been another 2 or 3 by those attendants, and then by you personally, you've taken probably 3 or 4. So your boss, right, is saying, I don't find any of them. How's that possible? Explain this to me.
I didn't find any of them.
That's what you just said.
1, 2, 3.
No, you said with my name on it.
Not with your name, Xenia's name.
No. Abel Gonzalez has come here, right? Abel Gonzalez, me personally. Xenia Martinez is a whole different case. She's requested many.
Requested them on his behalf.
Exactly. Has followed up and requested them. Double whammy. Abel Gonzalez has requested it. I've been here 7, 8 times requesting it. Can I be part of your conversation? Because I can't hear you. I can't hear what she's saying.
All right, so just give me a second. Let me look and see if I find any additional.
I don't mean to cut you off. But what was she saying? Because I mean, it's not top secret,
I was
right?
I was just trying to figure out what names were used
I appreciate your honesty too, because I can see you're very honest.
to do the query.
Abel Gonzalez.
Right. She was just explaining to me what name she ran in order to find these requests.
I gave her my name, Abel Gonzalez.
No. The problem is that we were looking for it under Xenia.
Right. She's made her own request and followed up on my request as well.
Right.
Countless times.
Right. So the requests that are pulled are under Xenia. Right? So this is the ones that Barbara has for you right now.
Well, Xenia filed her own way months prior, requested her own under her name, and then I started coming personally. This is after the legal and all that.
I remember that.
Once I got the attorneys out of the way or whatever, took care of that, then I started coming personally. But before that, she's the one that made contact. I didn't want to make contact with you people. My attorney's advice. So now that those things are satisfied, then I started coming first. So her requests are made way far in advance. That has nothing to do with me. She's made those requests and she's entitled to them as a U.S. citizen. Now, I've made my own 7 or 8 requests, and according to your boss here, I don't find Abel Gonzalez. I'm all over the place. You people know me. There's a huge lawsuit. The lawsuit that I'm about to bring to this department is going to make a dent on the side of that building. You may not care. You know what I mean? I can see it in your face. But the people, the taxpayers, they care. And when they see all of this craziness, they're going to care. You know what I'm saying?
So let me look into it, and then I'll get back to you.
Well, I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
And I need to speak to this chief of police. Where is he?
The only thing with that is, like I explained to you before, we've had this conversation.
Oh, yeah, and I tried
before.
5 different times, or 7, or 10, and this guy can't be found.
No, well, you have to follow chain of command.
Oh, yeah, I did.
So-
But this guy, again, he doesn't care. He's like hiding under a rock somewhere.
No, it's
You know what
not.
I mean?
No, that's not it.
This
That's not
absentee
it.
chief of police, this
No, that's
disgusting
not
person.
it. It's just that we have to follow protocol.
I get it. Let me ask you a question, though. I don't mean to cut you off. But if your family was attacked, your family, your child was attacked, right? And you come to the police department, you tell them that they were attacked, right? And you inform them of what the attack was from one of their officers. You don't think this chief of police should talk to the individual that was attacked?
I'm not saying that won't happen, but
No, I'm saying that it should have happened already. He should have reached out to me, But he didn't. I've reached out countless. You said it yourself just now. How many times we had this conversation?
right, but
Time and time again, this guy's nowhere to be found.
But I will say, sometimes when we try to get you to speak to certain people, you don't want to speak to
Oh, I
them.
speak to anybody. I record everything. I speak to everybody. Whoever wants to come here and talk to me, I make time. I literally came driving 3.5 hours and I came straight here. I didn't go home, I didn't shower, I didn't eat, I came straight here.
So,
Because of the boss here and that bad attitude. Senia tried to call you too. You could smile, but it's not gonna look good for you. I'm telling you.
so I'm gonna,
No laughing matter.
I'm gonna try again,
Yeah.
right? But to speak with the chief of police, I'm gonna have to speak to his secretary in order for you to make an
I get
appointment.
it. Even the internal affairs investigation officer, he made contact with him. And no cigar, so to speak. Nothing.
Abel.
Yes, sir.
Captain Burke.
Excuse me 1 second. I still need to speak to you, so don't go away.
Oh, no, how are you? We spoke on the phone one time.
Yeah, we did?
Yes.
You're the internal affairs
Yeah,
investigation officer?
The commander.
The commander.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, please.
Thank you.
You seem to have a good attitude. The lead investigator, what was his name? Had his
Sergeant Gene? Gene? Yeah.
smile when I say his name because he's a good guy.
Sorry. This one.
Yes.
You don't mind that there's
No.
gifts here, right?
It's all good.
All right.
Christmas came early for some people.
Yeah. So what's up, man? How can I help you?
So there's several problems here.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my glasses on if you don't mind because the light bothers. I got lights. So the first problem we have is I didn't get a chance to speak to you when we all concluded. Right? But I did come and see Gene about 2 weeks ago.
How was that?
It's been, this guy's phenomenal, I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
You can see, you can read it in his face, his body language, just like yours when you pulled up, when you came up to the...
Well, I was at the shop getting my car. I was getting oil changed, and I came back, and they told me that you were here at the lobby. I was like, oh, I haven't met you face to face.
Appreciate that. So he's great. The other officer that was with him, she's not good at all. But I didn't, you know, I left it in his hands, and he took the ball, and I'm glad he did because, you know, so far so good, right? I don't know the conclusion, so to speak. I got a letter that I saw it today, and you know, my girl picked it up today from the post office. It needed a signature, and it said what it said. It was very vague. I don't know. You're probably familiar with it. It said that what you guys basically found was that the 911 operators have, you know, obviously did something wrong and this and that, but it didn't say anything about all these disgusting officers. And I say disgusting, brother, with the most, we're talking about humanity here, right? Just need a little bit of humanity. These people are the most disgusting, I don't even want to call them human, disgusting people on this planet. And you have them in this department. What they did to me and my family is this. You saw the body footage?
I saw everything.
You saw it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brother, let me tell you something from a guy that was sitting on the passenger seat there, or the driver's seat of this situation. I'm sure you didn't see it the way I saw it. Because number one, I was there, and number two, I had my entire team dissect all the video that wasn't hidden from me, right? And the things that you hear and the things that you see that you don't see and don't hear, because I know you got a lot of investigations. It's pretty like you know, like it even makes you, pisses you off. But here's the bare bones of it. I'm not going into too crazy the details. Brother, these 911 operators did what they did. They know what they did. Before the officers arrived, you can see this and prove everything that I'm saying. Before the officers arrived, they already had a plan, right? Go get this guy. Brother.
How do we prove that?
It's easy. It's easy. Bro, I'm a tactical guy. I'm a thinker. I'm not a guy that talks for no reason.
Right.
I tell you, when I say something, I give you facts. Let me tell you something. Timeline proves everything, right? And facts prove everything, okay? It went from this Sergeant Staley, the biggest, you mind if I speak frankly? The biggest piece of shit on the planet. The most disgusting human. I can't even believe, found out later on that he was just promoted to that position. So he was this just promoted, poorly promoted sergeant. Conversation that he and I had, It went from me waiting about approximately an hour and a half. All I did was call, bro, I'm in your town, right? With nowhere to go, nothing, with a newborn baby, you know what I mean? I'm still waiting for the cops. I'm not rushing anybody in the same. I just called for, boom, hung up on it. Long story short, I'm asking for a sergeant, but I'm not asking for the Staley guy. I'm asking for the person in charge of this 911 people that are hanging up on humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who gets to decide what's important to me or what's an emergency to me or to you, brother? Even you. You know what I mean? When you take off that badge, you're still a human being.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? Off duty or not, bro. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I got a disgusting house. I paid $8,000. Okay, for 12 days. It's disgusting. I gotta leave. This guy's refusing to give me back my money.
I would agree 100% with you on that.
This guy's stealing my money. Okay. Now, I know what term to use, but I'm not an attorney. You know what I mean? Later on, my attorney said, well, you should have never used that term. What do I care? You guys are law enforcement. I know what you guys are going to say. This is a civil matter. It's not like you're going to knock on that guy's door.
Wanted documentation. Yeah.
Documentation. So what did I say to you guys? Hey, man, this is a civil matter. Right? Because I got to go after him civilly. I'm not going to go after him with, you guys are not attack dogs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not a civil matter. It's a criminal matter. It crossed the realm from civil to criminal when he refused. We had a deal. He didn't broker the deal. You guys are not there to broker any deal. But he broke our agreement. He owes me my money back. He was refusing. So it goes into a different realm.
Did you ever consult with Airbnb? And,
Oh, yeah.
Figure that out?
Oh, yeah, but I never even got your report. What you guys were there for, never even did it. So once this is over, I got to go after them. They only gave me half my money back. And now that's not even the point, because it's not about the money. You know what I mean? It's about the principle. You see what I'm saying? The point is that when I talked to the Staley guy, he sent the attack dogs. Brother, I was there for an hour and a half, roughly. As soon as I got off the phone with this Staley guy, you know what he tells me? You don't know what he tells me. You know why? Because the guy, what a coincidence, he didn't want to turn on his body cam. You know what he says to me? I said, hey, since your officers, I said this respectfully, there's no disrespect. If your officers are busy, I understand. But are you busy? If you're not, can you show up to the scene, just take a quick incident report? You don't have to, a CAD number or whatever. Something that says that I didn't stay here, I refuse to stay here. Nothing simple. Never, his words verbatim, never in a million years will I show up to your scene. You're just not important enough. I said, what did you just say? Sir, you're just not that important. What a nasty attitude. I'm not that, so me and my family are not that important. Listen, motherfucker. Just like that. Listen, motherfucker. You didn't like that. Listen, motherfucker. Let me speak to your supervisor. I'm the supervisor. I understand you're the supervisor. Let me speak to your lieutenant, to somebody higher than you.
Yep.
There's nobody. So you're the end all be all. That's what I said to him. I said, you're it. Are you sure about that? Yeah. I said, okay, come tomorrow. I'm gonna be in your department. We'll find out. Guess what, right? Remember that proven thing? I can't even make this shit up. Not even 2-3 minutes later, guess what happened? The goon squad shows up. Why am I saying, I'm saying the goon squad because that's what showed up. As they're showing up, guess what? They radio in. This is information that obviously you probably didn't capture because you're not looking for that like that, right? But I'm gonna dissect it, believe me. As soon as before they pulled up to me or talked to me or anything, they already called dispatch. They already called over there to your dispatch, right? Hey, how many times did this guy call 911? They already had a strategy. As they're saying that to dispatch, guess who I'm on the phone with?
Dispatcher.
Supervisor. Dispatch supervisor.
Right, the dispatch, yeah.
The dispatch, but supervisor. That finally somebody, I don't know who it was, transferred me to this lady. Fantastic person. Great conversation. Did you get to hear that?
I did.
What a fantastic conversation. And then you could hear it in the background. Maybe you could hear it. I heard it because I enhanced the audio. The officers pulled, and I'm even telling her, look, the officers finally showed up. And I told them, look, I just got off the phone with the dispatch supervisor because they hung on about me multiple times. Right? Then that happens. They surround me, 3 officers surround me. They do their little thing, song and dance, and then here comes Uzi. You know who that is?
Who?
Uzi.
Uzi.
Yeah, I call him Uzi. because I didn't remember his name. I haven't remembered his name. I call him. I don't say that to be disrespectful. I say that
I'm
because
just curious to know who it is.
this guy has an Uzi tattooed right here in his forearm. So this is the flashlight guy. I call him Uzi and flashlight guy.
Yeah, Officer Woodland.
He's retired.
Yeah.
He's not safe. He's not. When I say he's not safe, I'm saying he thinks that he's going to retire and be somehow exempt from this lawsuit and all the shit that's going to happen. No, he's not exempt from it, man. You know, I mean, I'm going to take this to the end of the earth. That's how it has to be for me. I'm a man of principle. It has nothing to do with anything else. This Uzi guy, he comes around the perimeter, right? Brother, you train, you didn't get to your position because you've been here for 2 days, right? Yeah. So there's no bullshit, okay? There's no bullshit here. I'm surrounded by 3 officers on, technically, what's called my property. They're on my property. I rented this place. This is my property, right? Whether I like it or I don't like it, that's inconsequential. This is my property. I rented it. They're on my property, surrounding me. Now, this officer, Uzi, what was his name again? Willen.
Yeah.
Okay. He's 17 years supposedly on the force or something like that. The most senior officer on the field there, out in the field. He goes around the perimeter of these officers. Didn't ask him a question. Goes around, bro. Just because I'm standing in front of you talking to 3 different officers doesn't mean I'm not minding my surroundings. I see this guy's his demeanor, his attitude. The first thing I say to the officers, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
What did he say?
He didn't say anything. He walked, his demeanor, his attitude, his aggression, his face.
I disagree with that.
Oh, I'm telling you 100%.
Based on the video.
I don't think there's a video. They caught it. I don't think there's a video that caught his face.
Oh, you're saying is the...
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
The only thing that they caught, you know what it was? Me turning to the comments.
And the only reason I say that, because he had also BWC footage as well attached to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got him. I was able to get that footage. So he goes around them, right? He was the 4th one on scene. I was surrounded already by 3. The 4th one on scene. He goes around them, didn't say anything to them, to the officer. Goes over to the open car, right, with the lights on. Goes and shines the flashlight. The lights are on in my vehicle, in my driveway, with my girl holding my baby, my newborn baby in his hand, shines the flashlight right in his face. First thing I said after I saw that is, what the fuck are you doing, motherfucker? Are you fucking stupid? You know what that is? To shine that lumen, that crazy lumen. Brother, you're married, you got kids. I don't even want to say anything because somebody threatens that. You know, I don't even want to mention something like that because it puts people in a different state. I know it puts me. Brother, he shines that flashlight on the newborn's face. Brother, first of all, let's see the facts here. What are the facts? The facts are that I called in for a report for a civil matter. For a simple report. That's it. Nothing else. Why are you guys coming 4 deep to a scene, 4 deep at the time? Where's the threat assessment? Where's there a threat? You don't think that the 3 officers, they can't be that much of an idiot, right? I mean, they're idiots. Don't get me wrong, but
I will say that it's common practice
to look at the car. Go ahead. Yeah.
That it's common practice that multiple officers arrive onto any call.
I agree.
A lot of people do question. It's sort of like I was a former traffic DUI car, and I will pull cars over, and next thing you know, I'm calling something out. The guys hear me or they're nearby. They just decide to show up, and next thing you know, you got 3 cars for a traffic stop, and sometimes people will be looking like, "Hey, what's
hang out time?
Why are you needing all these cops for?" And it's just nothing for that is on targeting against the person itself. It's just that's how it ultimately ends up playing out. I will say that you also had a training unit that also responded. So,
I know.
So if you have, considering the amount of officers that were present, you kind of have to exclude the training unit because they're whether it was a decision that, hey, let's go to this, let's just get you some exposure to whatever it is, even if it was to document the civil disturbance or the civil dispute. that would have been something that on a daily happens. You know, hey, go to this call, hey, go to this call, and the next thing you know, we're that added additional unit. But I can understand your perspective. I'm not saying I'm not.
And that part, none of that bothers me, because I know the name of the game. I mean, that's just what happens, right? They get a call, they hear you around, and they're going to come show up.
Right.
That's just what it is. And there's nothing written anywhere that prevents them from doing that.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Unless the boss says, yo,
Yeah, clear out of here. Like, we're not needed here. Right.
get out of here. He has to be one of those straight arrows. And we all know that he's not. The Staley guy is not. So, having said that, the arresting officer was the training officer.
Right. Yes.
And the other attack dog, the second, let's call him the second disgusting human you have in this department, he's still here, is the black guy. What was his name? The guy with all the cursing and the tough guy attitude, and the guy who was riding with the training officer. That guy.
Chambers.
Chambers, yes. The only one guy, I'm going to tell you this, and you can hear me say it constantly in the video. Maybe you can, maybe you didn't hear it. I said, hey, the only one guy out of all these cops that looks like he's a good guy is you, bro. Is the guy putting the chains in my hands. But you don't have the courage to do what's right. I could see it in your eyes. The motors are turning. You don't want to do it, but you're still doing it. That makes you even worse than these disgusting fucks. There's nothing in this world, brother, that could ever make me do something against another person. Against who I am as a man, as principles. Where's there any dignity here? I don't give a shit who this Staley guy is or whatever. Look, his brother's in another department. He thought he was going to. He was the first one to go. You know what his brother told him probably? He gave him some good advice. You get the fuck out of there. What's coming your way?
No one knows what really calls them leave.
This is background. So this is all noise, right? This is all hearsay. But you and I are talking as human beings.
Yeah, of course.
And if you have a brother that did that stupid shit and the one that beat down the hill good, because it's this backyard, that's just what it is. What you do to this guy, bro, and his family? For what? For this guy? Huh? What is this, bro? You signed up to be an officer for this? Huh? To go be an attack dog for this guy? What the hell did this guy do to you? Huh? And this whole BS, we're gonna put it to the test. I'm here to put absolutely everything and challenge absolutely everything. You know why? Because I was attacked, brother. Not only me, my girl and my child. And this is not a joke. She suffers from panic attacks. You could hear her cry. I can't even go. I have to skip that part. The cries and the hysterics. Bro, I know how she gets. It's my girl. She's been my girl for 20 years. Suffers badly from panic attacks. I don't even know how she put herself together to be able to get through this.
I understand how you feel. I completely understand.
It's beyond words.
I will say that, we did do a review on it, and obviously took statements from all of them, and nothing led to the fact that what they did was, let's say, for example, Officer Willing, that is common practice, whether it's an officer showing up as a backup officer, he's walking into the unknown, happens to see a car, not knowing if there's people in it, and he even said, once I noticed who it was, and it wasn't like there was, hey, let me constantly shine the light in their faces. It's all on camera.
No, I get it. You mind if I interrupt you there, if you don't mind?
Right.
But we're just obviously we're just having a conversation. I appreciate your honesty though, because that's what I respect, is honesty. Let me tell you something. I call bullshit. Here's why. Not because I'm upset or because the guy shining the light. He has all the facts. Here's the facts. You got a call from a citizen, which is myself, about something, right? You responded to that scene for what reason? The reason is that this gentleman needs a statement, right? Because he has a civil issue with the Airbnb, they don't want to refund his money, the place is disgusting, blah, blah, blah. We have all those facts. We're not going to a scene that says this guy's a murderer, nothing like that. Responding to the scene when there's 3 officers already on scene, okay, surrounding the subject, that is not involved in any criminal activity at all. You're in his house. To secure a car that's open with the lights on with already 3 officers there, that's not something that's reasonable nor feasible. Okay? The only reason why he had that demeanor, that attitude, and that behavior is because he was sent by this Staley guy. There's a reason why he retired, brother. There's a reason why he retired.
It wasn't because of this.
Brother, I'm telling you. You'll see. You'll see. All right. Hey, you'll see.
No, that's fine.
Bro, I looked at this guy dead in his face, asked him a bunch of questions. His real cocky, condescending attitude nothing led me to believe this guy's going to retire, let alone 17 years on the force. Okay? Now, unless he has some kind of medical condition, he's about to die or something like that, I don't see it. You know what I mean? So that's neither here nor there. I know why he retired. You know what I mean? It's not, listen, you had 2 or 3 officers leave and 1 retire. Is that a coincidence, or is that some kind of pattern? That's a pattern. You know why? Because this guy that they did this to is not going to let it go, right? If they would have done a little bit, just a little bit of their investigation, you know how we know that there's malice and intent here to attack the person that just spoke to their sergeant in that disrespectful, what they call disrespectful way? Here's the motive. Number 1, they're calling dispatch to see how many times people called 911. Not for what, but how many times they called 911. They're already building a case to lock me up without even showing up to the scene. Okay, they arrived 77. Your department was flooded with calls, and you guys couldn't even come for 5 seconds. Apparently, I could get all those records. I requested them, and they couldn't come for 5 seconds to make a 3-minute report. You know what I mean? They couldn't show up, but they showed up 70 to lock up a guy for nothing. Qualified immunity, right? So, what do you have to come over here and lock me and put me in a cage? You have to have some probable cause. You have to have a reason. You don't get to lock me up, man. I'm a human being. A badge gives you the ability to do it. It doesn't mean you're safe afterwards. It doesn't mean that. You know what I mean? Guess what? Probable cause was supposedly established here because of the amount of times I called 911. No. I took probable cause. I'm not an idiot. I took that probable cause out the window. You know how? By me telling the officers, dispelling whatever belief that they had any sort of probable cause out the window. I told them, listen, I called multiple times. I know where you're going with this. But the reason why I called is to speak to the supervisor because they were hanging up on me. I didn't misuse 911. So what you're alleging here is false, okay? I don't agree to any searches. I don't agree to any seizures. I don't agree to anything. And guess what they did? The so-called subject that was threatening or whatever, bro, I had 2 guns on me, you know that? If I was so threatening or they felt so threatened that I had to do the flashlight thing and be so aggressive and this and that, why didn't you even ask me a question? Well, it was normal. The only time you saw me act like you saw me act was when the guy shines a flashlight for no reason on my son's face. What the hell's going on here? There's no threat here. You're in my house. And you're shining this light. You can't. Who gives you the right to stand on my property and shine this light in my son's face? A tactical flight. The lights are on, man. You're sitting in front. You saw floodlights right in front of the car with the car lights on. And guess what you know on your radio? That there's like 1 male subject, or whatever you want to call me, 1 female, and 1 baby on this call. You only see the male. Where's the baby in the female? In that car that's open? Where's the threat? If the officers felt so threatened, they would have gone to secure that car. They hear my girl and the baby crying in the background. There was no threat. It wasn't a threat established when I first made contact. I remember I made contact for help, right? The citizen made contact for help. And what I got was thrown in a box, ridiculed and laughed at. How do you explain that? How is there no wrongdoing? Of course there's wrongdoing. Brother, the only people that holds these people accountable is the public. Because the flashlight that's going to be shined in this department, everybody's going to have a say. That's why I've given you guys so much time to give me all the information.
Right.
And to let you guys make the right decision. Right? So far, I got to give you credit where credit is due. That letter, that even if it doesn't say anything about the officer, it says something, a little bit of wrongdoing. right? Which is, by the way, the initial wrongdoing from them, which they could have got the information from the supervisor that I was talking to, and I let them know. Hey man, they hung up on this guy, that's wrong. You heard what you said, no, that's not right. We're gonna make things right. So they could have called and said, hey, what's this guy calling? Is there an issue here? No, there's no. What do you think that the lady from dispatch was gonna say to the officers? Oh yeah, he misused it? Or they're gonna say, no, we mishandled this whole situation and he's actually a victim. He's a victim. He's not a suspect, he's a victim. Brother, let me ask you something. I'm gonna wreck your brain real quick. I got a quick question for you.
Sure.
This is a personal one. Answer or don't answer. It's up to you. But if you can save 200 people and you only choose to save 100, did you kill the other 100?
If I can only choose to save 100 people, 200.
If you can save 200 people, but you choose to save only 100, did you kill the other 100?
I mean, I don't think that choosing 100 people is where, you know, why would you come to that conclusion of just choosing 100? Why not save them all?
So did you kill the other 100? It's definite. It's a 100%. 100% that you can save 200 people. Did you kill? You saved 100, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I saved 100, then
I'm Superman. I saved 100. Nobody else saved one. Shit, thank me. Don't put me in jail. But
the fact of choosing to only save 100 is a little different than only the ability to save 100.
That's wrecks your brain. See what I'm saying? So you actually killed. The human person would say, yeah, I definitely killed that fucking 100 people, because that's the truth. If I could save 200, you know how many I'm going to say? I'm going to say 200.
Of course, yeah.
There's no conversation there. So here's the thing that I'm saying. If someone does something wrong, when do we step in here?
We do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like, it's not that you're saving me or nothing, bro. It's like me. How, if I have the money, the resources, the power, the strength, the mental capacity, whatever you want to call it, from my own personal experiences, if I have the ability to stop this corruption, this disgustingness, this shit in this department, why wouldn't I? What happens to the next person? What happens to the next person?
You have every right to do.
No, I know, but what, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So if I I can't look at anybody in the face. I don't care if you see me as whatever. You don't even know me. But I can't look back at myself in the mirror and say, I'm a man of honor, of dignity or respect. No, bro. No. The only thing I've ever had my entire life when I was in the street with my two brothers is my honor, my dignity, and my respect. No mommy, no daddy, no nothing. And I've been out there since 8 years old. Yeah. No mommy, no daddy, no nothing. Didn't read, didn't write. As a matter of fact, to this day, I still barely read and I don't write at all. And I have what I have. I am who I am. Why? Because of honor, dignity, respect. So that's why when I told this guy what I told him, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to move and I'm not going to budge. You can lock me in a cage. You can laugh at me for snoring. So what do you think? I told this Chambers guy, I said, you can laugh all you want about me snoring. You know, you're such an idiot that you don't even know the significance of a guy in a box with his family out there, who knows where, snoring on that concrete cinder block. That guy's not fazed for nothing. I'm not fazed, I'm not shook, you're not gonna do anything to me. Keep me in that box, bro. Detain me there in that box until you think I'm, but you know how long it takes to have me there in that box? 7 hours, 2 officers, and the other one twiddling his feet, the Staley guy. Well, just hanging out. And then finally transfer me over to the jail. Everybody over there, by the way, I don't know if you heard this or not, but everybody's nice. I couldn't believe that shit at the jail. They were telling me how nice I was. I'm like, what are you talking? You people were fucking nice. Oh man, I mean, I wish everybody that came through here was as nice as you, as nice as me.
They get it rough sometimes.
Bro, I just respect everyone. I spent the entire time there, by the way. I wish you guys could provide me with the footage so you can see, talking to absolutely every person there that needed whatever I had to say. Because maybe who knows, maybe you locked me in the box because of that. It's just there to talk to these people. It doesn't exempt anybody from anything. But hey, if I could help somebody while I'm locked in a box, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what nobody has to say, what somebody has to say about me or not. You didn't have to ask me a question so I could see the suffering. Suffering understands suffering. I could see it, I could feel it, and if I could help you, why shouldn't I help you? I should just sit down here because I'm dealing with my own thing. Oh, fuck that. Let me help you. That's it. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. There's an insane amount of dishonesty in this department. I don't see, because I haven't seen it. No one's provided me with any records. That lady, by the way, from that records department, tremenda mierda. Not the older one. Not the one from down here, the one from
You're
upstairs.
just talking to him? Or?
Yeah, but not the one from down here. She's a supervisor.
Yeah.
But the one from upstairs, the boss. Disgusting. Terrible.
Which one?
The older one.
It's right here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Disgusting. She laughs and she smiles. It's okay, you know, brother. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I can't, bro. There's so many moving things here, moving parts that I can't even believe it, bro. I've asked for records. Even your officer, Jimmy, said, "Oh, that's bullshit." I didn't put a hold on the personnel files. How many fucking
From the officer.
from the officers, all the things that I've requested. You see what I'm saying? I'm smiling. Every time you guys say something honest, I have to smile because it's just, and they're still saying, no, bro, it's been 5-6 months. You know how many violations? Bro, this is against the law.
What do you have pending right now?
Everything.
Oh,
bro, there's
records?
There's a huge list, and then Dean was supposed to get it to me, but I did tell him I was going to drop in on him to get he's going to have a packet for me or something so he can hand it to me, but he said he had to get your signature, somebody's signature to find
that should,
it was 2 weeks ago, yeah.
He's training today and tomorrow, but he'll be here Friday, and I'll be here Friday, so
Yeah.
if you want to come back Friday. He's clearways of, Marine, so.
You didn't even say that.
I'm Marine too.
Yeah. You're getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
I did what I could.
Yeah.
In the ways that I could, because they didn't let me into the Marines. I tried my hardest, brother.
Yeah.
I sat there. I'm the only guy sitting there like a fucking. The guy said, "Don't come back, bro. You just don't have the so-called brain power." I said, "Bro, I don't know how to read and write, but I'll do anything. I just want to help people."
Yeah.
So I had to get into where I could get into, and then I had to figure out that I had to have a lot of money in order to help fucking people. Who the hell looks at me? I don't know about you, but me. If I take this shirt off, show my tattoo, there's nothing, but I am who I am, right? And they look at me a certain way. They look past me. They don't see a person standing there. But if you have money, if you have a status, if you have this and you have that, all of a sudden, what the fuck? I'm the same guy.
Yeah, it's crazy how this country is.
It's insane. And it's exact. People don't believe it. You don't believe it? Watch it.
Yeah.
The bank I'm the highest tier member of my bank, and they don't even change my own checks if I go in there in a tank top and shorts coming from the gym.
It's crazy.
I said, "Can you let me put the card in so you can see who I am?" No,
Yeah.
no, sir. That check.
Unbelievable.
It's
True. It's true.
It's true.
There is validity to that.
No, even your own officers, you hear them. You know you can't hear them, but I can hear them. You should see the things I have my jewelry on. What the fuck is, bro? To me, when I wear jewelry, I have my gold in my chain or whatever inside my shirt. I can wear it however I want. It's mine, but that's how I have it. But I have it for other reasons. To me, gold. It's not, bro.
Yeah.
Gold has, to me, energy properties, and that's why I like it. And diamonds mean to me something different than diamonds mean to absolutely everything. How do you think a diamond is formed? By intense pressure, and then something flawless and beautiful comes from it. What the hell do you think I've been walking in hell my whole life? So what do you think a diamond means to me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what the hell do you know about me? You don't know anything. Ask me a question, I'll answer it with the truth. Don't sit here and judge me because I have this, I have that, I have the other. What the fuck? You don't know anything about
Should
it.
it be that way?
It shouldn't. Of course not. Well, why don't you look? You walked up. You heard me talking to this lady in a strong manner. I don't know what you would call it. Not confrontation. She called it confrontation, but a very direct manner. But you kept your composure. You kept your cool. You were neutral.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
It's normal.
It's fucking normal to you. It ain't normal, bro. It ain't normal.
I know. Well, you ask me.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
way I see it is like, hey, this is a guy that's seeking out help or he has questions, and I remembered I heard your name and I was like, oh, that's the case we just had. So, and I know we spoke once over the phone, and And I didn't want to pass up the opportunity.
No. It's a pleasure. I'm glad we had this conversation face to face. I haven't had the chance to see all the information that you guys concluded.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I know that there's some BS, when I say BS, it's because it's BS. That's not my opinion, that's just what it is. There's some real strong protections for officers. You know what I mean? And then there's some that take that protection and say, well, yeah, I'm not gonna use it and help them out with it. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to.
Hey, well, I told you this before in a phone conversation. I said, listen, you know, we've terminated officers, we've suspended, we've written up counselings, retraining, whatever the case is. We have no issues holding people accountable. So I don't want you to have that perception, even though it might seem that way with your particular case. But we did identify, you know, wrongdoing. Those, which in this case was the dispatchers, right?
Well, it starts there.
Yeah, right. I know you have your opinions of how you felt things played out, and you know the way we view things, looking at body worn camera, we're looking at everything, right? The totality of everything, taking their statements. We came to the conclusions of that the officers actually acted within, and again, looking at how your case was handled, right? I guess you took some sort of diversion or I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah, I had to.
Yeah. So again, it wasn't like resolved where you were found, you know, not guilty.
Oh no, I don't respect that either. I had a couple words with my attorney. I don't
understand how we look at everything.
Oh yeah, no. This is what happened. So I hired two attorneys. One was a former defense attorney, and the other one was not, but he's also whatever. So two pit bulls supposedly, and I hired them specifically for one reason and one reason only: get this shit and make it go away. I don't want nobody to Google my name and this shit comes out. Deal with billionaires.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. I didn't respect. I had, believe me, I had to. Once they were done, I trusted their reasoning. I didn't respect it, and when I was done, when they were done, I had a conversation with him, and that conversation didn't go so well with me and him. He had to answer for what he'd done.
Let me, if you don't mind me, with how passionate you are right now, where was that passion when you were, and I'm sure you're probably leading up to that point, because I'm curious, like, where was that? If you're like, I know what happened.
Exactly.
Like, why allow?
Exactly, 100%. You see what you just said? Yeah. That's something that bothers me so much, but then he fought back, this attorney.
Fought back with the prosecutor?
No, with me.
Oh, with you, okay.
Yeah. That takes, I'm not saying anything, but that takes some strength to fight back honestly. The words that I have for him, boy, I was coming after him next. Bro,
after you paid him?
No, after the whole thing was done.
Oh, after it was done?
Yeah, I paid him $5,000, by the way, the 911 little case. $5,000. But guess what he said to me? I said, Abel, let me tell you something. And I did ask him another question too. I said, that's the first thing I said, because strategy is the name of my game, right? The first thing I would have done is, if it was me on that side, the attorney, is made a call to the police department, let them know what they're involved in. You know, hey, yo, I'm ringing this bell. Somebody's going to answer that call, and that's just going to be put to bed. That was my strategy. They said, hell no, Abel. His words, not mine. Abel, you think I'm going to call over there? I'm going to inform them of what? These motherfuckers take care of themselves. This is bullshit. We're going to handle this the way we're going to handle it, and that's it. We're going to move forward. I said, okay. So we move forward. And then we're moving forward. And then you got to process.
What did he tell you that how we're handling the process?
Well, he said we're going to just go to court, and they're going to have to dismiss it. That's it. But guess what he said next? This prosecutor wants to prosecute. You don't want to hurt his prosecution record. Abel, we're going to beat this. But in the meantime, they're going to Google you. You got a family, you got a business, you're very successful. What the fuck do you want to do here? Dumb. We're going to defer this. You're not going to like the name, and you're not even going to want me to mention this. But we're going to have to defer this. They're going to want $100 or something like that. I said, you're going to want $100 from who? What the fuck are you talking about? First of all, defer what? You think I'm pleading guilty to something? He said, listen, you're not pleading guilty to anything. He was deferring this, so that person, the prosecutor, he went to 2 different prosecutors. He took it from that one, went to another one, the guy wanted to fight too. He said, these motherfuckers are on government dimes, and we're on your dime. You do what you want, but they're fighting all the way. Yeah, you're gonna win eventually, you're gonna win. What's that gonna do to your reputation in your company? What's the purpose, he said. What do you get out of it? What you're gonna get is they're gonna find out that you've been arrested. You think it matters to a billionaire what you've been arrested? You've been arrested, bro. You think regular people get arrested? What the fuck do you get arrested for? You got arrested, I don't want to hear anything. I don't even want to know you. Don't step foot in my door.
But don't you think they would have, the date of the arrest would have found out anyway?
The day of the arrest?
Yeah.
If they Googled my name? Oh, absolutely. No, but they said they'll have to expunge it, they have to get this deferred, they have to expunge it, they have to do this, they have to do that, in order to protect me and my family and my interests. So he made a good case. That's what you hired me for. And the other thing is that, number one, you almost killed me when I mentioned the first lady came up with 300 hours or something like that. I almost killed him. Yeah. He's like, you almost killed me. I couldn't even get the words out, and you almost killed me. And now this guy says something about $100, and I have to legally I have to mention it, but I'm not even going to tell you that I'm the one that paid the $100. This is after the fight. We're fighting. You fucking crazy? I'm $100. You paid me to take care of something. I took care of it. What else you want me to do? What else you want me to do? I'm willing to fight as long as you're willing to fight. You paid me in full for it.
And that's the attorney talking.
Yeah. What the fuck do I care? But they're gonna go on and on and on and on and on and on. What are you gonna do? Where's your name gonna be?
Yeah.
He had a great point.
Yeah.
What do I get to balance it out? What do I get? And I told him, I said, that shit needs to be reopened. Exactly how you feel. It's like all this passion, all this shit, I couldn't let it go. What the fuck are you telling me, bro? Like, what are you telling me? You telling me that I gotta defer what? Defer what? I came here to try to see if I would reopen the thing. No, you can't reopen it, he tells me. But now I can't reopen it because it's supposedly closed. It's disgusting. And wrongdoing on these officers going back, I know what you're saying, I know what you concluded. You haven't told me 100%, but I could already gather.
Well, yeah, I was getting to.
There's no wrongdoing from these officers, even though there's many violations there. I'm going to go through them. You're going to see them.
That's fine. You know, that's why I kind of want to, because I'm sure we can be here all day.
No, I know you got to go.
I'm ready past.
Yeah, no,
wife and kids are waiting for me. But you're here today, and I wanted to have this conversation, face to face. Obviously, you're still trying to get something, right?
Oh yeah.
So you're trying to get the records. I want to try to help facilitate that. Now that I know that you've been having, I didn't even know that you were struggling with getting records. Excuse me. I'll talk to Sergeant Gene, so that. From what my last conversation with him, I said, "Hey, this is closed. Give him the green light. He can, whatever he needs, So that was my last conversation with him. I didn't realize that there was some.
Oh yeah, no, for the very 5 months, 5-6 months. And that's your records. Obviously, you concluded just recently, so I requested that. And there's no show, and there's probably no records of the records request, even though I documented everything. But the previous requests, nothing. Well, that alone is a direct violation of the law. You know what I mean? It's like...
I will take a note here, because when I come back tomorrow, well, I'll poke my head in there and kind of see where...
Oh, she's... The lady here is pretty nice. Don't forget that lady. That lady is...
Well, the one that you dealt with and that you said was a nasty one.
This was a good one. The supervisor.
Yeah, she's sweet. Yeah. All right, here we go.
And she said she couldn't even find my name in the system.
About public records requests. Did you have multiple separate requests or just one?
No, there was multiple. There was about 7 of them.
Okay, quite a lot.
Yeah. Even my girl requested records, she never got. Even originally, before I even did.
Did they kind of reach back out to say, hey, for us to process this, like for example, body work camera footage.
Mm-hmm.
So when you make a public records request, they have to do a whole redaction, and you have to pay for that stuff too. So I just want to make sure that they reach out to you and said, hey, this is going to cost this.
No. Well, the body worn cameras, what they did give me, I paid for and all that.
Okay.
They gave me what they gave me and I paid for it, but all the other stuff, nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, they blame you guys for it. It's an ongoing investigation.
Yes, and it was for until we close it out. That's when you have your letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, but even that.
but you should be able to come here now. And they're like,
No, even now. They don't know. It's still an open investigation apparently. Even when I spoke to Gene, he's like, no, this investigation is concluded. But even before that, the records that I was requesting had nothing to do
with the
investigation. It's still,
Well, let me try. I will try to help you out. Like I said, and I also, as much as I want to continue talking.
No, we're good.
You mentioned there's pending litigation, so I want to just speak.
No.
But I do. Like I said, I do appreciate you coming. Whatever issues you might have had in the prior, whether it's Barbara, the lady that you don't like, I'm sorry about that. Nicole Dennis, she's our supervisor. She's amazing. If you come here, ask for her. If you feel more comfortable talking to her,
I know that she's honest.
and that way, you can get what you can. I will also go talk to her to kind of also express how you felt about her, so that she's appreciative of that. Let's.
Oh, you know how I feel? I show it right away. I don't mean to cut you off, but the first thing I can remember, I just told you I don't read and I don't write. So the lady sat there and she wrote out this huge records request for me. But no complaints. As soon as she was done, I said, can I buy you guys lunch or something? They said, yeah. So I flooded this place with pizza and they had lunch, and you know what I mean? Because thank you, bro.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
That's just who I am. You know what I mean? Appreciation goes a long way with me. You know what I mean? She doesn't know that I don't know how to read or write, but she did it willingly. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I don't want to write it for you. It's just I can't write it for you. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that.
So that's who I am. That's what I am.
You got to understand too that it's almost they get the amount of interactions we have with people. They get a good whim of that too, of people that come here very upset, angry, and they get to absorb some of that negativity, that anger. So understand sometimes they can get frustrated too.
Of course.
But we always tell them, you come at them at this level. Don't go here. Stay right here. Because you gotta, as much as you go a little out, come right down.
Just have a little bit of humanity and understanding. That's it.
Empathy. That's it, man. That's it. All right, Abel. Anything else?
No, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we get this all ironed out.
Like I said, I'll get with certain things.
Good job, man.
Oh, yeah.
I know you heard me say it 3 times.
Well,
That's one of the guys that should be promoted. Let's go. I appreciate you. I'm telling the sergeant here how much of a nice person you are.
We will need to see today.
Is there anything we can do, or?
So, let me give you I'm gonna write out the numbers for you so you can have them for reference. But do you remember in the last election?
Yeah. No, but I do have them back in the office. Yeah. I'm gonna, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so she did a request
asked for the chief?
That you have to make an appointment.
Oh, I've already tried several times. What, is he not in the building?
That will be with the, you have to make an appointment.
Well, let's get him on the phone. Let's make the appointment right now for right now. You know, the chief needs to make himself available to the public that pays for his salary. 5 times I've asked for this chief. 5 times.
Okay, at this time, I can take your information down so we can send her a message to get that scheduled.
Is the chief of police here?
You still have to have a meeting scheduled. We will have to do
Yeah,
that so we can
so-
take your information down to get an appointment for you.
I hear what you're saying. I've tried that already 5 times.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try this. Let's get him on the phone and have him come down here. Let's try that.